Let's see how this goes. Using my AirPods as headphones. Don't label yourself, label the day. Don't label yourself, label the day. Sometimes life just doesn't go according to plan. Sometimes you have a shitty day, or sometimes your day goes negatively, let's just say that. And then you label yourself and your life when actually it's just the day that happened. You didn't happen, the day happened to you. One of my mentors once taught me years ago, God bless him, one of the greatest men I've ever met in my life, and someone I'm blessed to have had in my life. He said that sometimes you just have to say, today's one of those days. And I can't tell you, I couldn't tell you how many times I've passed that on to other people. Thoughts and judgments of our thoughts specifically create our suffering. And sometimes when we can't get ourselves going, or we can't get ourselves motivated, or we, in a moment, in a day, we judge or doubt ourselves, or we consumed by fear, stress, anxiety, lack, scarcity. And then we go to, sometimes we go to, oh, this is who I am, when it's not the truth. It's just a moment in your day. And the beauty of being a human being is that every day is different. No day is the same. And with consciousness comes choice and responsibility. And you can choose to say, hey, I don't like the way I'm thinking. I don't like the way I'm feeling. I don't like the way I'm acting or reacting. But it's not me. It's just today. I started coaching and mentoring many years ago because I found my own way out of suffering. And my father having taken his own life, I thought I can't change that. But maybe I can dedicate my life to helping people thrive and get out of suffering. And one thing I know to be true without any doubt is that wrongfully identifying our thoughts and experiences as our identity, this creates a lot of suffering. You can have a bad workout, for example. I use fitness as another example because everyone can relate to fitness. You can have a bad workout and say, oh, this is me. I am not going to reach my goals. I can't get myself motivated. No, it's not true. Just because you have a bad workout, it doesn't mean that that's who you are. It just means that that workout wasn't motivating. That day, you couldn't get yourself motivated. That day, you didn't find the belief in yourself that maybe on other days that you do have. This reduces a lot of suffering, especially when you're a high performer and a high achiever in business and you put yourself under a lot of pressure. Look, to win in sport and win in business, whether you're like me, you've stepped into boxing rings in stadiums, or whether you're stepping on stage like I have done in more than 20 countries around the world, or whether you're in the boardroom or having a meeting, or you're in the bullpen, what matters at the top of your game is how you deal with pressure. And one of the ways in which you deal with pressure as a psychological skill, not some woo-woo spiritual personal development, actually taken from sports psychology and performance psychology master's level, is verbal persuasion, how you talk to yourself. Our language creates spells in our life. The words we use cast spells. Pay attention to your language because your life depends on it. Your health depends on it. All words carry vibration. If you use words of disease, you will manifest disease in the body. Use high vibrational words of love, kindness, compassion, forgiveness. Ah, and don't make the mistake of labeling your whole fucking world and your whole identity just because of something you're experiencing. Even emotions are temporary. You can take the most depressed, angry person in the world and then flip the thing that made them depressed or angry and offer them the alternative. And all of a sudden, poof, their anger and depression will disappear because it's temporary. You can have someone saying, "Oh, my life is the worst it's ever been. My life sucks. My business sucks. My relationship sucks. There's nothing happening for me in life." Emotions, 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 emotions. Where people suffer deeply is when they think that they are their emotions. And then they make their emotions their identity and they can't stop feeling their emotions because they think it is who they are. So they try to get out of the emotion and they kill themselves rather than the emotion. But emotions are just temporary because someone on their worst day, if you offered them a check or a lottery ticket and they scratched it and they had 100 million US dollars, obviously there's exceptions to that rule. Sometimes, generally speaking, because someone always wants to argue a point like that, at least one person, generally speaking, that person's emotional state would elevate, shift, move, change because emotions are temporary. So we live in a world right now, there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of uncertainty. And whatever you feel, don't make it more than it is. Don't make it worse than it is. Your feelings are not your life. Your emotions are not your life. Your challenges are not your life. Your negative self talk is not your life. Your limiting self beliefs is not your life. Your self doubt, the fear you're experiencing with AI taking over the world is not who you are. All of these things are not your identity. They're just temporary moments in time that won't last. This too shall pass. So when you find yourself suffering because of your thoughts, a really powerful statement is today is just one of those days. That's all I want to share with you. It's one of the many things that I've shared with my clients over the years. Starting off, look, I've been doing this a long time. It's not some thing that I've decided to do because of social media or for likes. I made a commitment in my 20s when I found personal development, self-enrichment, and I found things like the law of attraction, resonance, vibration, frequency, when I understood energy at a deep level, when I understood personal development, personal growth, when I understood things like the power of habits, consistency, discipline, verbal persuasion, vicarious experiences, performance accomplishments, when I understood the thing that matters most, which is not just your physical energy, it's your mental, emotional, your spiritual energy. When I understood all of this, I thought, wow, imagine if I could dedicate my life to sharing this with others. And that's what I've done for 20 years. I've done it privately, one-to-one, mentoring business owners, executives. I've done it on stages around the world, and I do it in my communities online. I have a community called Spiritual Gym where I teach, I guide, I inspire, I facilitate, and I've created a space over the years for people to be honest around where they are and allow them to have the space to grow with support, without judgment, with guidance, with tools, techniques, strategies, skills, and most importantly, a place to build their psychology so they can build a stronger identity. And how you do that is environment. I've created the environment through my retreats, 7-day retreats in Thailand, and through my community online where we meet every week. That's how you change your life, environments. Second way you change your life and create a new identity for yourself and for your business and for your relationships and for your life is habits. What you do habitually, what you do most of the time. This is crucial. You have to create ingredients in your life that give you the desired outcome, like the chocolate on the front of the chocolate cake on the front of the box. The ingredients are in the back. What ingredients do you have in your life? And then thirdly is your thoughts. What you allow, what you accommodate, what you bring into, what you affirm, what you confirm, what you incant, all of these things create a powerful psychology or a weak psychology. Always a pleasure listening to you. Thank you, David. Appreciate you. The gym is shutting. I don't know if you can hear, but they've just shut off the music. That's always the sign for me. They're kicking me out. So I've got to go. Peace and love. If you ever need my support, DM me. If not, I always do my best. My best. I'm not perfect, but I do my best to always show up on social media in a way that it's valuable and useful to at least one person in everything that I do. Whatever you do, stay strong, keep moving, never settle. Go inwards first so you can go onwards and upwards. Peace and love.